This is a woman you probably haven't heard about. She was the only woman to ever lead the Ashanti Empire to war, and she led them well. Her name was Yaa Asantewaa, and she was the queen mother of the Ejisu division of the Ashanti Empier in Ghana. Now, before we get into the video, I want to let you know that this is part 2 of our series on the greatest African queens. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, then make sure to watch it after this video because you definitely don't want to miss it. Also, please like and share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. With that being said, let's meet the only female warrior queen of the Ashanti Empire. Yaa Asantewaa, also known as Yaa Asantewaa, was born in the year 1840 at Banso, which is near Beckham in the present-day Bono East region of Ghana. At the time when Yaa Asantewaa was born, the Ashanti Empire was not united. There was war in the empire, and it would take another 30 years for it to unite under one king, Prempeh I. As a result of this instability in the empire, Yaa Asantewaa's father had to move his family from Banso to Kumasi for safety. When Yaa Asantewaa grew up, she got married to Barima Twumasi, the chief of Ejisu, and she became known as Yaa Asantewaa, which means Yaa, the queen of Ejisu. The couple had 2 sons, but unfortunately, both of them died before their father. So when her husband, Barima Twumasi, passed away in 1900, Yaa Asantewaa took over as the chief of Ejisuman because the throne passed to the wife in the event the male children died before the king. Although Yaa Asantewaa was a woman, she did not let that hinder her ability to rule effectively. In fact, according to accounts from the time, she was an effective leader who was loved by her people. She ruled over the Ejisuman for 17 years, until the British came to take over the Ashanti Empire. The British had been eyeing the Ashanti Empire for some time now, and they had already taken over the neighboring states. So it wasn't long before they set their eyes on Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti Empire. In 1900, the British came to Kumasi to demand that the Ashanti people give them some gold. When the Ashantis refused, the British attacked and took over the city. They also imprisoned the Ashanti king, Prempeh I, and forced him to abdicate the throne. After this humiliating defeat, many Ashantis fled their homes and went into exile in Nigeria. However, the British did not stop there. They went ahead and divided the Ashanti Confederacy into 3 separate states, namely the Ashanti, the Fante, and the Baka. Each of these states was to be ruled by a British-backed puppet leader. For the Ashanti state, they chose a man called Sir Osei Tutu, who was a half-brother to the deposed King Prempeh I. But Osei Tutu was not interested in becoming king. He tried to decline the offer, but the British would have none of it. They forced him to accept the position, and he was installed as the new Ashanti monarch. Osei Tutu knew that he was only the puppet of the British, and he needed help from the Ashantis to regain their independence. So he reached out to Yaa Asantewaa, who was the most powerful and influential queen in the empire, and asked her for help. Yaa Asantewaa did not hesitate to answer the call. She raised an army of 5,000 men and women and marched on Kumasi to take back control of the state. The British were not expecting such a large force to come against them, and they were caught off guard. Yaa Asantewaa and her army fought bravely and were able to capture Kumasi without much difficulty. The British retreated to Cape Coast Castle, where they had to be rescued by naval forces. Unfortunately, this victory would be the last of Yaa Asantewaa's life. Soon after, she fell ill and died in October 1921 at the age of 81 years old. She was greatly revered by her people and was seen as a symbol of the Ashantis' resistance against the British. Even the British had a lot of respect for her. In fact, when she died, they held a minute of silence in her honor. So there you have it, the story of Yaa Asantewaa, the only female warrior queen of the Ashanti Empire. What do you think of her story? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.